Hey, what's going on? Today I'm going to be looking at different Aug Flame Jörmungandr skins. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that right, but what I do know is that this skin has a chance of making dragons appear whenever you get one. I also have one of these, and you can see I don't have any dragons appearing on this one except for some teeth. So to get a full dragon is a very kind of sought after thing for this skin. This one right here has two on the main pattern. It's a very unique one to have the dragons on, I guess, because the AUG has different skin cutoffs for the parts of the gun. This is not the case on the P90 or the Deagle so much. So getting one dragon on either a P90 or a Deagle is pretty much all you're looking for. And I wouldn't have even considered this if I hadn't found this one on a website and bought it like a while back. Um, it actually does have a pretty good float. It's a .012. So this little bit of wear right here just shows how hard it is to get a perfect float one. But the point of this video is to show the pattern cutoffs on the AUG. So as you can see, it cuts off right here at the handle. And this right here separately on the handle, and right here on the foreguard handle as well. It's kind of hard to even see sometimes, but sometimes it's obvious. You can see like a very good distinction between orange and yellow that makes it very clear. It also seems like there's dual patterns on the sides, so I guess you technically could get more dragons in this, like somewhere on the back side potentially, but for the play side of mine, I'm pretty sure this is about as good as it gets. As you can see, there's one right here, very important one to have. That's probably one of the best positions you can get one on apart from back here. There's also one on the back spot here as well on the handle and on the foregrip as well, which has its own separate pattern. So the chances of getting this to spawn are pretty much impossible, and this is a one-of-a-kind Aug Jörmungandr that probably will never drop again. If you can find a better one of this, I'd like to see it, but I will go ahead and try to look for one on the CS.money skin pattern website and see if there's anything better that can drop. But as far as I can tell, with the low float and everything else, this is probably one of the best ones that you're going to see. It's about 4.5 is what I consider it, because it's got the three main ones, which are very, very clearly visible, almost the entirety of the dragon heads. And then this one right here is about 1.5 is what I'd say. It looks like a double dragon, so maybe that's even more rare, maybe that's less rare. It's kind of hard to say, but I think this looks perfect to me, and I would not ask for a better AUG skin in general. Very special skin, and that's why I made a whole video on it. Alright, I'm on the website now, and I'm just gonna look through some of these live to see if I can find a better pattern at all. And if I do manage to find one, I'd be pretty impressed. This one's not bad right here. That's a good position that you can get one of the dragons on. But like I was saying, the chances of getting even one dragon are pretty low, let alone getting 4.5 basically, or 4 if you consider it that even. Yeah, the positions can be completely random. This one right here has 3 portions of them, but that's not very good positioning at all, really. 2 on this one, about 2.5. There's some teeth there. So yeah, you probably can get some pretty good variations of this if you really tried to go after them. But another thing you can tell too is that the pattern actually does affect the float, it seems like, or at least the way the float appears. I've seen examples of this on the Emerald Jörmungandr, so I can see like a .01 that has no signs of wear on it versus a .00 which does have some wear. And it doesn't really make sense until you consider the fact that the wear of the gun changes with the pattern. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about these guns too particularly. I just started seeing videos of them this year, and I was really getting into them last year. That's how I even managed to find that AUG. I did have a pretty good P90 that I tried to trade up for some dumb reason when I should have just saved it. It did have a pretty good positioning for one dragon, but that's what makes the AUG so special in this collection, is the fact that it can have different like pattern resets, which allows you to get more dragons than would seem possible. I bet if you look through this for hours, you could probably find one that's very, very good. Anyway, that pretty much does it for this video. I just wanted to show the different variations you can get in the AUG somewhat, and my best pattern, in my opinion, that you could find, or at least that I could find at all. People don't normally use this skin for some reason. People don't like the AUG as well sometimes at the ranks that I play at. So I think this is pretty much as good as it's going to get for me anyway. If you do manage to find one, feel free to link a screenshot or a video where it's showcased. If anyone else wants to showcase this gun, I bet you can find it pretty easily if you care that much about it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I'd appreciate if you check out some of my other videos that I'm going to be putting up, or the one that I already have up already. I don't really have a lot to give in terms of creative content, but I will showcase some of the things that I've found and that I find interesting on this channel. Probably not going to be too much put up on here because I don't really have too much to give, like I said. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.